It's a music video. Word to your mother.
Okay, it's moving day. The most tiniest removal van turned up this morning, realised they wouldn't be able to fit half of the car in, so we've just got an emergency one, a backup one come, which is absolutely huge, and we've now got 5 men helping us because we have so much stuff. I'm hiding in the back seat of our car because I'm too embarrassed that I'm filming, and I don't think they're very camera friendly, although they're very nice chaps. So yeah, I've just done a brew round for everybody to try and make myself useful because they're pretty much doing everything now, which is great. And now we're just waiting to hear back whether our money's gone through and if we can move into the new house. Woo! I'm just hibernating for a bit because we've obviously got 5 removal guys here now. And they're taking all the big bulky stuff to the removal vans. So I feel like a bit of a loose end really, so I'm just trying to stay out the way for a minute. I'm in Luna's room just trying to enjoy this mural while I still can. I love it so much. We've got about 2 hours left now before we need to be out of this house, and then it's just a waiting game to see that all the funds have gone through and then to go and collect the keys. So a bit nerve-wracking. Okay, so it's 11:30 and we sold the house. So now we have about an hour and a half left of packing. We're just waiting for our purchase to go through so we can go collect those keys. This is our master bedroom, empty. So yeah, we're officially homeless for about an hour, which is interesting. Okay, so we've officially bought our new house. So we need to go drop off our keys for this house, pick up the ones for the new house. The guys are still loading on the van and I'm just quickly hoovering upstairs now that it's empty because it's just a bit of a mess really. So this was Luna's room, used to be a guest room, then it was an office, then it was Luna's big girl bedroom. Oh, I'm gonna miss that wall so much. So yeah, we've got about 40 minutes now to go. So I better get a move on and then we can move to the house, yay! Time to say goodbye to our house. We're all packed up, removals have gone for lunch. We've got the keys for the new house. We're going to go ahead and make ourselves at home. Bye house. Okay, so it is the 1st of October. We've been in the house for 2 days now. Move went very well. I am currently in our master bedroom. We haven't got a bed yet because we've ordered a new one and delivery has been delayed for 8 weeks, so we're going to be on a mattress on the floor for a while. I'm in a Christmas jumper because I'm still unpacking my wardrobes, which are over there. Boxes everywhere. But I'm going to try today to clean up the house a little bit, clear some of the empty boxes, do a tip run. Today I need to go collect our ferrets. They've been on a holiday in boarding for a few days while we move. Wanted them to be safe and away from all the chaos. Then I'll probably do a little bit of a house tour and record something because I really want to document what it looked like before because we've got big plans for this house. Okay, so I figured today was as good as any to take you on a little mini tour around our house. I'll start in the hallway. This is our lovely front door. Got original height ceilings. Behind me, if you go along the hallway, is the staircase. And you can see here there's a little alcove which has a little mirror, a little surface and a cupboard, which is where we're currently putting all of our shoes. I love that in every room there's these old signs on all of the doors, and actually none of the doors are white. You might notice a lot of them are purple or blue, green or salmon. So off the hallway we go into the open space down here. Hello, which is our lounge. I love these alcoves so much, and the high ceilings with the ceiling rows as well. I can't wait to put some colour in here. So as you can see, it's quite a nice open space. Behind me there is this arched open space in the wall. Now this leads through to our dining area, or what is officially the dining room. But over here behind me you might notice there's another door. Bit of an unusual layout, and I'll explain why in a moment. The door over there, that's back to the hallway. That door is through to the kitchen and cellars. This door over here is unusual. So the blue door is actually a children's toilet. And when I say children's toilet, I actually mean children's toilet. See? I wasn't kidding. It is a children's sized toilet. This used to be a childminder. You might notice these super cute tiles. We have ducks and piggies, which is making for very interesting toilet training. And if I turn around, you can see that this was what used to be a baby changing facility. So if I leave the children's toilet behind me and go through another opening in the wall, which you can see here arched above me, and we are now in the playroom. We come down some little steps, I hope I can show you here, and it leads onto a playroom. Now this is actually a false ceiling. The rest of the room is far higher. I think eventually we will remove this because it was used as a kind of like a loft to store extra toys. Again, it was a childminder. How cute is that border? Very colourful in here. You can obviously tell that children were the intended audience. And as we have a toddler, we're just going to keep it as it is for now until we figure out what we're going to do with this massive space. Whilst it's dark, you should get a good idea here of there's the little staircase which takes you back to the main house, because this is an actually extended part of the original Victorian house. And at the back there is a conservatory. So yeah, it's a pretty special floor. This is where we did a lot of unpacking, and it's where the removals men dumped everything. We're going to just use this as a play area for the time being. Now this is a sneaky peek of our garden. So over here is an official playground. This is a rubberized floor. That is Luna's playset, which needs arranging. Eventually we're also going to have a sandpit in here and a trampoline. So you can see here we have access via the side of the house, and this is a proper tarmac floor. And then we have a grassed area at the back, completely fenced, with a lovely little shed. And if you look over here, the planters, they are actually tomatoes, green beans, strawberries. So I'm going to have to learn how to take care of those as well. Okay, so I'm back with the lounge behind me. You can see, get a good idea for the sort of lovely squareness of it from this angle, which I love. But if I walk through, so I'm walking through the dining area at the moment, there's a lovely window onto the back garden, and go through the back door. So I can either go to my left and go to the cellars, or to my right, which is our kitchen. So it's a gorgeous galley kitchen. It's got a lovely 5-burner hob, which I was so glad to get because we had one at the last house and I don't think I could live without it. But it's pretty new. It's really lovely. I love that there are roller blinds above both the door and the window. So in here it feels incredibly cosy and very private. The other window you get a really good view of the conservatory and the garden. So if ever the children are playing outside, I actually only have one, but we have lots in the family. It means I can keep a good eye on them and not necessarily have to be right on their feet. So I love it in here. So if you can see there's the door through to what is the cellar, or as this sign says, if you can read it, junk room. Okay, so this is the cellar. Head downstairs. I've already turned all the lights on. So this is the first one, which would have been a traditional coal shack. Is that what they're called? So this will be directly underneath the hallway. It used to have shelves left by the previous owner actually, which we've just ripped out today. And I think eventually we're going to turn it into some sort of pantry or maybe even a wine cellar, who knows. Chamber 2 has got loads of junk in at the moment, but it used to be a really good work shed. I don't know if you can see that. And my husband is absolutely thrilled to bits to have this. And this is directly underneath the lounge. And then back in the main part, there's the staircase back up to the kitchen. So this is where we have a full freezer and full fridge. And we also have all of our laundry stuff down here. Got a few bits down for storage here at the moment, but I am going to organise that. I just haven't got round to it. And then over here is the door to the outside. So straight ahead off the hallway, we have our bathroom. Hope you can see it okay. It's actually a really lovely big space. I love that there's curtains in here. It's something that I would never think to put into a bathroom, but it just makes it so much more cosy. Okay, so let's leave the bathroom. Now this might be a bit of an odd one to explain. I've come straight to the first door. In the original Victorian house, this would be the equivalent of the second bedroom. However, this in our house is a lounge for a flat. Through there is a kitchen, bathroom and bedroom. So the house was extended to the side, and this is essentially on top of the extension. So this is the kitchen on our first floor, and it's actually probably bigger than the kitchen in our first flat, which is quite unusual. And it's actually got an amazing sink. I think it's actually better than the one in our main kitchen. So I think at some point when we do renovation work, we're going to take this downstairs. You get a lovely view over the garden from here, which I love. So there's the kitchen. If you go through another door, you come into what is the bedroom of the flat. We're going to turn this into a guest bedroom so that when we have guests over for Christmas, which is the plan this year, they will at least have an ensuite bathroom of their own, which is here. I can't really believe how much space there is, and you wouldn't even know this is here from the main staircase. So there's the staircase downstairs. In front of me is the bathroom. Here's the flat, and behind me is the master bedroom, just to give a bit of an idea of the scale. And here is our master bedroom. On one side we have these beautiful wardrobes. They're not really to my taste, but they came with the house and they are absolutely enormous. 2 windows in here, and I've put my old dressing table there. I want to replace that eventually. This is our bed at the moment. We have ordered a new one from made.com, but sadly there's been another delay. Off one of the alcoves, there's a staircase to the 4th floor, which is the attic extension, and you can see that they've added a door. Let's see if you can see inside in the dark. With absolutely more storage, and this really is huge. Hoping we can find a more creative use for it. So for those who are more familiar with Victorian houses, which is what the original building is, you might notice that the ceilings are quite low in here. They're certainly not low, but they're certainly lower than the ground floor of the house. And that's because of the attic extension. There were certain regulations that the previous owner had to abide by, and that means they had to take out some of the space for upstairs out of this floor. So as you might notice, the curtain rails go right to the ceiling. So I'm not sure whether I'll be able to have cornice in here, which is something that I really wanted, but oh well, if I can't, I can't. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do this room yet, because it's such an unusual layout, and I'm not sure whether I want to move the wardrobes because they're so handy, even though they really do dominate the room. But what an amazing space. We've never had a bedroom before where we've actually been able to walk around the bed. It's always been crammed to the wall. So having all of this amazing floor space is such a luxury. So happy. And then finally, off our bedroom, I'm going to take you up, turn around a corner, upstairs to the 4th floor. So the first thing you see in the attic is technically a landing, but we're using it as a study. So and there's a lovely skylight there, so it's a really nice bright area. veering off from the office, and you can see obviously it's as if you turned left up the stairs, are 2 bedrooms. The first one is Luna's bedroom. We've got the couch and all the stuffed toys that we brought from our old house. Haven't quite unpacked in here yet. This is full height. It's like a dormer in the attic, which is just gorgeous. Lovely view of our surrounding area and of our garden. And also, I don't know whether you can see, but over there in the distance is the Hilton, the Beetham Tower in Manchester. So what a view. There is quite a steep ceiling here, but I feel like we've made good use out of it. So we've put a single bed under there at the moment. There's a reading corner at the side over here, skylight, and just a few teddies and rugs and things from our old house. These wardrobes are built in and actually go over the staircase, which is just such an amazing use of space. And finally, across the hall, the second bedroom in the attic is probably the messiest one I'm going to show you because it's where I've been doing a lot of organising. But there are built-in shelves, built-in drawers, which is amazingly handy, 2 skylights. The storage in all the alcoves is incredible. I can't believe how much extra space there is. That actually goes quite far back. So even though we don't have a traditional loft, we've got lots of storage space. This is by no means a small room. I mean, you can sort of get a gist of it here. It does have an unusual ceiling, so it's quite triangular in shape. Also over here are, again, built-in wardrobes, which is incredibly handy. I think eventually this will be another nursery if we are lucky enough to have another child. Otherwise it will turn into another guest bedroom or another office of some sort. I'm not sure yet. So I'll finish off the tour from the 4th floor. Sounds a bit braggy when I say that, but I suppose that's officially what it is. Thank you so much for everyone who's asked whether our house move went well. It did. I'm just very relieved to finally be in because it's took the whole year to get to this place. It's quite beige and neutral, decorated throughout, which I think was done to sell the property, which is fine by me. It's by no means to my taste at all, but in many ways that's what I like about it. We were told that many people turned down the house because of the size of it and because it would need a little bit of work to convert some of the very child-friendly and sort of child-intended areas of the house, but for us that's fine. We've renovated one house before, we will do it again if needs be, so I'm sure we've got a big project ahead of us in terms of restructuring some of the rooms and generally just redecorating. At some point this is going to turn into a big project to reconvert the flat into bedrooms and even potentially move our kitchen and dining room into what is currently the playroom and conservatory to make a very large open space kitchen living area. So that's all very long term, but thanks for watching everyone. Please do let me know what you thought. If you'd like to see anything else in particular, and I'll make another video on it. Any questions, please let me know. And otherwise just keep following me on my blog, which is where I'll be documenting it all over the next 10 years, just like I did with our last house for the past 6 years. It's been a blast. Can't wait to do it all again. Thanks for watching.